Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about your vote, red states and blue states, the Electoral College, the popular vote, and the concept of a mandate. We're going to do this because I got a number of questions, and they were all basically the same question, even though these scenarios were very, very, very different. One was from somebody in California. Basically, California's going to go blue no matter what. I'm not really feeling Biden. Do I really need to vote? Another was from somebody in Alabama, maybe Mississippi. I can't remember now. That was the exact opposite. I like the state's going red, and I'm just not feeling it when it comes to Biden. And then the last one was from somebody in Georgia. Okay, Georgia is probably still in play. Your vote is definitely going to matter there through the traditional lens. But it was the same general tone. Now, one thing I want to point out is that all three of these people, their objection was a general lack of enthusiasm, not a philosophical one, not a moral one. Those would be different conversations. But this is just a general lack of enthusiasm. These people don't have a philosophical objection to electoral politics, and they don't have a moral objection to Biden, at least not any that was disclosed. So when it comes to Georgia, Georgia is probably in play, despite what you're seeing in some places. When it comes to the deep blue states, you're right. Your vote probably isn't going to shift the outcome of the Electoral College. Same for the person in the deep red state. Very true. However, there is a concept of a mandate. Last time in 2020, Biden won the Electoral College, and he won by 7 million votes. And we talked about it beforehand, before the election occurred. Biden didn't just have to win, he had to win big. 7 million votes. If that had been, 15, it would be a very different Republican Party today. Because the signal would have been there that their strategy isn't viable long term, that Trumpism isn't marketable. So you would have had a different candidate. It matters. It would have sent that signal. It also would have provided Biden more political cover when it comes to all of the different things that he wanted to do, or some of which he tried to do. All of that. That political capital is generated by votes, even if those votes come from California. And then you have to look at the flip side. If, let's say, Trump wins with the Electoral College, but he loses the popular vote by, 10 million. Sure, he has in the White House, but he doesn't have a mandate. And I know this sounds like one of those philosophical things, idealistic things. It's not. It also translates in another way. Not just in the sense of more scrutiny because he would be viewed as not representing all Americans, but beyond that, if that's the case and people show up in those numbers, the House of Representatives is going to look different. There will be that check. And maybe even in the Senate. You're going to have, I feel like you're going to have a lot of races that are going to be much closer than people anticipate. So the short answer here is, if you don't have a philosophical objection to voting, if you're somebody who would normally vote, you're just not that enthusiastic about the person at the top of the ticket, please understand there's a lot of other things that you would be voting on. And your votes, they translate into that mandate. They translate into not just winners and losers for elections, but also perception and legitimacy of the winners. How the media treats them, how many allies they have in Congress. It does matter. As far as electoral politics goes, if you are somebody who believes in electoral politics, voting is quite literally the least you can do. So when it comes to that, it's important. And for those people who are in states that are in play, your decision as to whether or not you vote is going to have long-lasting implications for the country. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.